tropics are certainly heating up, especially across the Atlantic basin, where we are heading towards the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. Usually between late August and October, this is when we find the bulk of the activity. We are still in the sharpest peak as we go through the next few days up until September 11th, and then we usually peak at about September the 15th. So in terms of the activity right now, we have two tropical storms out there in the Atlantic. The first one, which formed earlier today, was Paulette, and then this afternoon we had Rene. And both of these storms, basically now we have four named storms which have formed in the first week of September, and that is basically tied with what we've been seeing over the record in terms of the number of named storms for September, 4 in all. So right now we are looking at Paulette, which is posing no threat to the Eastern Caribbean at this time. It is set to track towards the west-northwest, still maintaining tropical storm strength, but staying out to sea. Meanwhile, Rene, which is now set to affect the Cabo Verde Islands with tropical storm force winds, as well as those heavy rains, that will likely pass the Cabo Verde Islands as it goes through Tuesday, and then eventually it could become a hurricane over the warm waters. There's very little share expected around there, so it could become a Category 1 hurricane. But behind that, we'll be obviously watching for any sort of systems that are leaving the coast of Africa as the hurricane season peaks. So right now, across Trinidad and Tobago, we have mostly fair weather. Just occasional clouds are expected during your morning, however, especially for Trinidad as well as for the north coast of Tobago. But for those of you in the southern areas of Trinidad, you could be seeing a bit more showery activity towards the latter half of your morning. For those of you in the north, we'll be seeing partly sunny skies, and then during the heat of the afternoon, you've gotten used to those showers, and there's a medium chance of a heavier shower or thunderstorm, especially along the foothills of the northern range. So looking at Port of Spain, maybe Diego Martin and Piarco, seeing a thunder shower here erupting, and in any of those heavier showers, you could be seeing gusty winds or street or flash flooding. So be mindful about that, especially during the heat of the afternoon. So how hot will it get? We're still expecting, after a warm 24 degrees Celsius tonight, to see a high of 34 degrees Celsius tomorrow in Trinidad and 32 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Now, conditions in Tobago will remain relatively fair through Wednesday and Thursday. 32 degrees Celsius expected Wednesday, but we could be getting up to 33 by Thursday and Friday in Tobago. And for Trinidad, we'll maintain 34 degrees Celsius as you go through Wednesday and Thursday, with the possibility of an afternoon thunder shower. And then on Friday, conditions will dry out, but we'll keep the heat for yet another day. Across the seas, we have been seeing those very light southeasterly winds, and those will continue as we go through your Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday. That will maintain smooth seas of 1 meter in the Caribbean, 1 to 1.5 meters out there in the Atlantic. Now, across the Caribbean, we have been seeing mostly settled weather. There are no tropical cyclones set to develop within the Caribbean region or affect the Caribbean for now. So only a couple of thunderstorms are expected around Jamaica as well as for Cuba. Meanwhile, for the Eastern Caribbean, we are likely to see fair skies, just those brief showers coming through. But a steamy 33 degrees Celsius likely for Dominica, and then down towards Trinidad and Tobago, maybe a couple of showers here turning thundery, and then down toward Georgetown, 33 degrees Celsius, and an afternoon thunder shower will still erupt as they go through their Tuesday. So that's a look at your forecast, and that's it from me.